Today, you're in for quite a treat. We're joined by experts from Attentive, Recharge, Okendo, and FriendBuy, and we'll be covering 8 workflows that you can implement to increase customer loyalty this holiday season. Before we kick off, a few housekeeping items. We're giving away a $250 gift card to one audience member today. We'll be giving it to the most engaged chat user. So as you have questions for our panelists, feel free to drop them in the chat and let us know who your question is directed to so we can make sure that we direct the question to the right panelist. We'll be answering your questions live at the end of the presentation, as well as announcing the winner of the $250 gift card. Could it be you? Maybe. All right, without further ado, I'm now going to bring out our panelists to the stage. Up first is Karina Shaheen. She is the Senior Partner Manager for Integrations at Attentive. Please welcome Karina.
Amazing.
Yay. Karina, welcome. Can you share a little bit about Attentive and your favorite snack?
Yes, 100%. I loved all the snacks being thrown around in the chat. So I'm Karina. I'm on the partnerships team at Attentive. For those that are not familiar with Attentive, we are the leading text message marketing platform. My favorite snack, I would say in general, would have to be any form of chips and dip. I saw that in the chat a little bit. And right now, I'm getting ready for a wedding. So I'm doing the healthier version of chips and dip, which would be hummus and pita bread.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you for the ideas there. All right. Thanks, Karina. And next up, I'd like to introduce Adina Marabi, Partnerships Team Lead at Okendo. Yay.
Thanks, Sam. Super excited to be here. Hi, everyone. I am the Partnerships Team Lead here at Okendo. Okendo specializes in turning customers into super fans through reviews, surveys, and various other products as well. I'm so excited to be here. And then my favorite snack, I guess I would say my favorite guilty pleasure snack would be a donut from Sidecar. For those that are in LA and you're familiar with Sidecar, they have the best donuts.
Oh man, what is your favorite Sidecar donut?
The Huckleberry donut.
Ugh, great
so
choice.
good.
Awesome. Thanks, Adina. Next, we have Kevin Liu, Integrations and Technology Partnerships Manager at Recharge. Woo-hoo. Welcome, Kevin. Tell us about Recharge and your favorite snack.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks for having me here. So at Recharge, we turn one-time buyers into loyal repeat customers as a retention platform. We make it easy for them to subscribe, buy again, try new products, and manage their accounts. And I've been at Recharge for the past 7 years as a solutions engineer and on our strategic partnerships team.
Excellent. Thanks, Kevin.
Favorite snack. Sorry, I forgot. Yes. Banana peanut butter and probably Cheez-Its, my second favorite. So
love it.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Kevin, Karina, and Adina. Super excited to have you here. My name is Samantha Samuels, and I'm the VP of Partnerships here at FriendBuy. I've been at FriendBuy for almost 9 years, and FriendBuy powers referral and loyalty programs for high-growth brands. So super excited to be here. So now that the gang is all here, we want to take a few minutes and have a quick fireside chat to set the scene and share a little bit about what we're all seeing in the market today with regard to consumer spending and how brands should be thinking about adapting their strategies to increase customer retention. So I'm curious to hear from each of you. The first question is, how do you think consumer spending will change this holiday season, and how will brands need to tailor their strategies accordingly? Adina, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, thanks for the question. So we all know that customer expectations are so high right now. And at the same time, we also know that there's going to be a huge boost in online traffic this holiday season. So the big question is, how do you capitalize on this traffic? As a brand, you'll want to look at how you're acquiring customers, how you're converting them, and then also how you're retaining them in the long term. So during the acquisition phase, brands should be looking at implementing things like surveys. And one of the most popular use cases would be something like a post-purchase channel attribution or net promoter score survey. You can use information taken from these survey results to funnel more money into your best performing acquisition channel, or maybe to ask your brand promoters to refer a friend or refer someone in their network. And that leads me into looking at building a customer referral program using a tool like FriendBuy, and turning your happy customers into refers. There's no better marketing channel than your happy customers. So incentivize your customers via discounts, coupons, or points to refer their friends or family members to buy from you. So not only does that have, a significant impact in acquiring more customers, but this also encourages the referrer to come back and buy from you again using their incentive. Another one of the biggest tips I can give you is to add star ratings into your Google Shopping ads. Adding this social proof really allows you to use this channel as effectively as possible, and it helps you as the brand convert more sales through your ads.
Those are really, really great insights, Adina. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think the ability to capitalize on, speaking of, positive reviews, the ability to capitalize on that, magic moment, excited customer who's, proactively providing a positive review. That's the best time to say, hey, by the way, we have a referral program. So really, really great insights there. Karina, I would love to hear from you as well.
Yes. I mean, I can see in the chat a little bit too, everyone is saying, I think that there's going to be a little bit less spending. Maybe people are going to be a little bit pickier, but overall, like as a shopper myself, I think that you're going to have to get really creative, and talking to all those points Adina mentioned will be absolutely huge. But make sure that you're planning for things ahead of time to get ahead of all of this. So start your holiday campaigns and everything right now. Have A/B testing so you can see what's going to work better, and maybe try different offers. That's always something that I would recommend.
Always great recommendations. Absolutely. So how can businesses leverage customer data and analytics to personalize the holiday shopping experience and drive sales? Karina, I would love to hear your thoughts as well on this.
Yes. Yeah. So there's so much that you can do here, but I think some really quick and easy ones that you can start with would be using past purchasing data, whether it's a new or returning customer, to speak more one-to-one based in their conversion journey with the brand. So an example would be a non-purchaser. Maybe send them your best offer just to get them to be a first-time converter. And you can even link to one of your best offers just to give them inspiration. And then for previous purchasers, offer early access to promotions based on subscribers that purchased during your last holiday promotion. This is such an easy journey and campaign to set up, but it's also showing your loyalty and gratefulness to that consumer, and they're going to reflect that loyalty back to you.
I love that idea. That's such a low-hanging fruit that kind of seems obvious, but it's really helpful to hear it again. So, and to share those insights with brands that may not be thinking about that, but such low-hanging fruit. So thanks for sharing that. All right. And then what are some strategies for creating a seamless omni-channel experience for customers during the holiday shopping period? Kevin, would love to hear from you.
Yeah, I think the first aspect of looking at omni-channel is, of course, ensure your tech stack's working well together. Every channel you set up and every new funnel you're setting up is testing your operational flow from interest to purchase and to product out. So test, ensure, what a workflow or an integration is saying is doing what it actually does. There's so many edge cases that can break these types of workflows down. So you kind of want to plan for a buffer to allow for manual adjustments and cleanup and testing. And then in addition to that, one thing with applications and platforms is more is not always more. Sometimes a handful of powerfully integrated apps that offer a seamless work a lot better than 15 apps that stand alone on their own. Not that that doesn't work, but just every time you add another level of complexity in, you're adding another point of failure, right? So just make sure that you're taking responsibility for what that process actually looks like end to end. So that's the one aspect I'd harp on. And then the other is that, again, I think this has been mentioned earlier, but while most of consumers are doing their holiday sales online, and I actually would say, regardless of the pinch this holiday season, I do think that this is still the best time of year for people to buy. We've been trained this way, and businesses have been trained this way. So right now, your top product should be made available in your physical locations in addition to what's online. So you want to offer yourself that kind of brand visibility.
I completely agree with everything you just said, Kevin. I think it's super important to make sure that your tech stack integrates well. I think this really does help specifically for customers who have, or brands who have an ESP or SMS platform, making sure that those platforms integrate with your other technologies like your loyalty or referral platform. And I think it's really all about keeping customers informed, especially if they're part of your loyalty program. You can use email or SMS to keep loyalty members informed about their rewards, personalized offers, upcoming holiday promotions. I just saw a question in the chat around, like, should we boost the offers during holiday? And absolutely, yes. One of the things that I've seen work really, really well is if you have a referral program where the evergreen offer is give 20, get 20, maybe for just for BFCM, increase that offer to $50 just for those 5 days. You'll you'll see an influx of new referrals, and you can capitalize on those new customers to invite them to join your loyalty program or submit a review if they had a great experience with the product that they purchased. So definitely, think about how you would want to reward your loyal customers during this really, really high value time. All right. Thank you so much for sharing these insights. Now that we have an idea for the holiday season that everyone is kind of facing ahead, let's get into the 8 workflows you can implement tomorrow to prepare for the holiday season. Karina, I'm going to pass the baton to you. The floor is yours to take us through our first 2 workflows.
Amazing. Thank you, Sam. And thank you all again for joining today. So I really do love talking about these loyalty programs because I am such an avid shopper. I think I've said that 2 times already, but I love when I experience these type of workflows and campaigns in real life. One of my personal favorite ways to show a consumer like myself, especially the holiday season, just how grateful you are for their loyalty is by giving their referral code link to them for easy distribution to friends. That's such an easy low-hanging fruit opportunity. And only about 3% of subscribers right now are in our loyalty segment. And that presents a massive opportunity to identify loyal subscribers and target them with specific messaging. So when you're thinking about the customer lifetime value in SMS, it's really important to take a step back, think through the full subscriber life cycle to understand how each stage and each subscriber works in support of your customer lifetime value and marketing goals. So once a customer makes a purchase, take a moment to say thank you, message, build that brand affinity with your customer. After a set amount of time, you can use this opportunity to educate your subscribers on your loyalty or rewards program so that they can sign up for it. Customers also that have purchased more than 2 times are prime candidates for referrals and really strong advocates for your brand. I have personally shared so many referral codes and links to my friends and family, especially when it comes to the holiday season. We get a group chat set up. We're sharing different things from really positive experiences with brands and things that we love to buy. And they end up loving the items as well. And this just becomes like a cycle of sharing referral links and purchasing. This is a super easy journey to set up with the Attentive and FriendBuy integration. And it's also had really incredible performance with over 20% conversion rate. So overall, it's really, really great. And I hope you all can try it. All right, now let's go into the next workflow. Amazing. So there's also a lot of creative ways to make your post-purchase flows engaging and super personalized, which obviously helps build on that customer loyalty. So another favorite of mine is the post-purchase review request that you can send via Attentive and Okendo. With this integration, merchants can increase reviews and social engagement via SMS and even email to effectively engage your customers in a more personalized way. So all that zero-party data that's collected from Okendo through the reviews and the survey responses is synced within Attentive, and that can be used to create dynamic customer segments within Attentive to send all of that super personalized communication. So for example, you can send an SMS message with something like, "Thank you so much for purchasing 100 chocolate bars. Let us know what you think of your order, and we're going to give you 10% off on your next purchase." There are a few chocolate lovers in this chat, so I don't doubt that 100 bars will be bought. But this is always such a fun surprise for me to get messages like this. And I noticed that not a lot of it is happening. But when I get a text message like this, I immediately leave a review and I already start planning what my next purchase with the brand is going to be. You can also keep this journey going as you follow the workflow. But if someone is going to leave an outstanding review, so you can segment the reviewers within Attentive so that you message consumers that maybe have left like a 4 or 5 star review on that specific product. And you can send them another SMS saying, "Thank you so much for your review again. Ask if they would like to subscribe to that product with our recharge integration." From there, then you can send SMS or email updates on their subscription, which helps enhance the engagement and increases subscriber lifetime value. So this is another really great way to build that brand advocacy and customer loyalty. So yeah, give a few of these use cases a try the next time you're building out your loyalty programs. I think they're low-hanging fruit and just easy to get set up. But now I will hand it over to the incredible Kevin to go into some of his favorite workflows.
Thanks so much, Karina. I'm going to build off a lot of actually the integration you talked about into Recharge to discuss the next couple of workflows. I think the main theme you'll keep hearing here in my presentation and others today is that more customer engagement is a path to improve customer retention. The more authentic your messaging, for example, comes off, the better. And we build the Recharge off subscription data. So subscribers on average stick around a lot longer and in increasingly larger droves over the years, with an average in 2022 of 45% retention rate after 6 months. So that means 6 purchases on average per subscription amongst the data that we've looked at. So that is largely defined by the subscription experience that you're delivering after they check out. And I think we focus so much on acquisition, we don't think enough about what is the entire subscription product that you're offering. And it's a lot more than the product that you're shipping and they're receiving. So that subscription experience has a huge impact on this retention rate and should be considered part of your subscription product. That's the general theme here. One of the things that I've talked about in previous presentations and you've heard around the industry is transactional notifications, for example, are a big part of that subscription experience. Upcoming order notifications, upcoming shipment notifications, charge failure notifications. All of these are opportunities to engage your customer about something that they're already invested in. And those have a very high open rate and a high conversion rate when you ask them to do things. But backing up, I'll actually challenge that a little bit by saying thoughtfully segmented marketing messages can be just as effective as transaction notifications when they're informed with quality data. So it allows you to do things like dividing your efforts between subscribers and non-subscribers and or acquisition versus preferences of each group. Obviously, I think everyone here understands segmentation, but I really want to drive in. If you develop good workflows of how data is shared between your platforms, in this case, between Recharge and Attentive, that allows you to build some interesting workflows in these examples here. So the workflow here I'm going to explore expands on how you can leverage subscription data to deliver a personalized message that extends your customer LTV. So in this case, we're looking to target subscribers who've made it to a certain amount of charges and convert them into advocates. So you get that virality with your business in addition to the quality of your product that you're delivering and now retaining your customers with. So let's say in this example, data shows that you receive the greatest fall off after the checkout and that first recurring charge. Those are your classic subscription gamers. Take advantage of that subscribe and save discount, then churn. After that month, you get between month 1 and 2. And then after that, you find that customers tend to not fall out. They tend to stay 6 months, 8 months, whatever. The drop off falls off. And you can get that data right out of Recharge and in a variety of other platforms, analytics platforms that pull data accordingly. So at that point, you see this is a stable customer who's likely an advocate and a fan of my product. This is a great time to target them with a message to become a loyalty advocate. So in this case, we just looked here. You can see in the dashboard, this customer's made it to 3 charges in Recharge. That means 3 purchases on a given subscription. Then what you can then do is dive into Attentive and look at the subscribers' activity, because they actually pull data every time they receive event data from Recharge on the customer subscription. And then you can basically create a new segment where the subscriber was charged 3 times over a course of time. Can we go to the next slide here? So the result now is I'm able to create a campaign that's targeted towards customers on their 3rd order and send them a advocate sign up link. Very simple workflow here, right? But very powerful because it's informed and getting to the right base of customers you want right away. So I think that generally kind of goes over one example of workflows. Let's go ahead and jump to the next slide. In this next case, the idea is that you're building your retention strategy with customer subscription data. So again, send the right offers and messaging to the right customer at the right time. So in this second example, we're going to go a little earlier into the subscription stage and say maybe your drop-offs actually tend to happen between month 1 and 2, and then after that, they tend to stabilize. At that point, you may actually instead say, hey, I'd like to engage this audience with a review request via an Okendo link. And at this point, I want to segment and target customers specifically for an SMS campaign to get those positive reviews to increase the virality of my segment. And all you need to do in this case is same kind of concept. You've seen a customer in this case, they've checked out and they've made it to their 2nd charge. You create a segment in Attentive where the subscription's been charged 2 times. And then if we go to the next slide, at that point, you can then send them a targeted message for an Okendo review. I think the general theme here is, if you have easy to monitor and manage workflows, you can actually also inspect what you expect here and measure the success of these campaigns. These are all assumptions, right? We're working in an uncertain environment as you head into the holiday season, and you want to validate your learning as quickly as possible. So, look at the success of these campaigns after you send them and hop back into these workflows, create a new segment. Maybe you'll find it's actually the 4th charge. That's the perfect time to get that positive review. Or maybe you get a lot of bad reviews in the 1st month, but they stabilize later. So the point is to keep iterating. Just because something failed one time doesn't mean you can't modify it. And these kind of workflows allow you to kind of set them up and put them down quickly and adjust as you go. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to hand it over to Dina at Okendo, who can show you how you can leverage the data from these new reviews into powerful workflows that drive sales. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Kevin. I really love all of these workflows. I think they're super helpful and gives the audience a bit of inspiration on what to look out for. So I will be talking about workflow 5, which is ask your 5-star positive reviewers to subscribe via SMS or email to the product that they reviewed. So you know that these customers are happy with your product, so they are more likely to reuse the product and subscribe and potentially save, especially if there is an incentive for them to continue their loyalty with you. So this will help set up, you up for more recurring revenue from your 5-star happy customers. Next, please. This leads me into workflow 6, text product recommendations based on customer attributes and survey responses. In this example here from the screenshot from our client Ilya, you can see that they are collecting a lot of customer attributes in their reviews. They're collecting information around skin type, skin tone, undertone, concern, and age range. And these customer attributes are a really great way to collect zero-party data and use that data to help new customers make purchasing decisions based on your existing customers with similar characteristics. And 2, use customer attributes to segment your email and SMS lists and send targeted product recommendations via Attentive. Next, please. Here is an example of a survey from our client Emblem where they are asking what type of jewelry their customers wear regularly. And these customer attributes pull into Okendo customer profiles and get synced over to Attentive via our integration and can be used for segmentation as well. Next, please. Here is the workflow in Attentive based on Okendo survey data. So here you can see Emblem is sending their shopper a product recommendation and coupon to get them to come back to the site. For Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you can do holiday-specific offers or coupons based on the survey or attribute data. And with that, I will pass it on to Sam from FriendBuy.
All right, thanks, Adina. All right, I'll be sharing our final 2 workflows for today. The first one I'll be covering is how to reward customers through your loyalty program for signing up for emails and texts. So it seems like kind of an obvious thing to be able to incorporate into your loyalty program, but the key, as Kevin mentioned earlier, is to make sure that you have the right integrations enabled to actually accomplish this. So for this workflow, I'll be demonstrating how to implement this with FriendBuy and Attentive. So once you have the FriendBuy and Attentive integration installed, it's really a one-click integration. You can go into your FriendBuy account and set up the earning event. We provide an Attentive subscription earning event out of the box. So all you'll need to do is select the subscription type, whether it's signing up for texts or emails, and then confirm how many points you want to reward your customer for signing up. And in this example, we're showing how you can reward customers for signing up for texts, and we'll be giving 10 points for completing this action. But you can set up as many points as you'd like for this action. It's a pretty valuable action, so I might recommend maybe at least 50 points. So once that has been all set up, you let the magic happen. The customer will enter their phone number into an Attentive sign-up unit. And here's an example from a mutual customer of FriendBuy and Attentive and Okendo, Ilia Beauty. So once the customer enters their phone number into the Attentive sign-up unit, a new subscriber profile is actually created in Attentive, pending that double opt-in from the customer to make sure that they do in fact want to receive text messages. So next slide. Awesome. Next, you'll want to set up a journey in Attentive to let this customer know that they've earned a reward through the loyalty program for signing up for texts. So to do that, you'll go into Attentive, create a new journey, and the trigger is signed up for texts. You'll want to welcome them as a new subscriber first, as that is a best practice for SMS. At the same time, you can let them know that they've earned loyalty points for subscribing to those texts, and drive them back to their loyalty member dashboard to see what they can redeem those points for, or how they can continue to earn more rewards. On the next slide, the next workflow we'll review is allowing customers to redeem points for a free gift with their next subscription order. For this workflow, you can use FriendBuy's integration with Recharge. So once this integration is installed, also another one-click easy integration, the first step is to set up the business rules for customers to redeem points for a free product in your FriendBuy account. And you can configure rules like picking the product that you want to offer for the free gift. You can easily search for any product in your inventory with this integration. So you can just enter the SKU that you want, or you can search for a specific SKU, and we have those SKUs available through the integration. And then you can decide the number of points a customer needs to redeem for that gift. So this is an example. This example shows that it takes 500 points to redeem a free gift. The candle's pretty fancy. So once the reward rules have been set up, you can watch some more magic happen. The customer can actually log into their account, see how many points they have available to redeem, view their member tier status, and redeem points for a $1 off discount or a free product, like the Cozy Glow candle, for example. The customer will click to redeem, and then they'll receive an email confirming that the free product has actually been applied to their next scheduled delivery. No action is needed on their part. This is all completely automated. And that concludes the workflow review section for today. I did see a couple of questions come in, so we'll now spend a few minutes answering those before announcing the winner of our $250 gift card. All right. Let's see. Question from Jonathan for Karina. Karina, we all know that SMS marketing goes crazy in the holiday season, and there's a lot of noise. What do you suggest to help your brand stand out in all that chaos?
That is such a great question, and I'm glad it was asked because this is definitely going to come up. But what I think that you can do to stand out, there's a few different things, but really use all of the data that you can collect from all of the partners I'm speaking with today, and even just collect from asking some of your subscribers so that you are segmenting their subscriber profile and sending them really specific and personalized messages. So for example, you can even use like two-way journeys within Attentive where I ask, maybe you send out a message and it says, hey, what's your favorite type of jewelry? Is it A, rings, B, necklaces, C, bracelets? And your subscriber can respond saying it's A, rings. And now moving forward, you have that data stored in their subscriber profile, and you can send them certain information specifically on rings. So when you get those text messages during the holiday times, but I know it's about rings, something that I want to buy right now, it's going to be a lot more personalized, and you're going to get that engagement. You can also find what channels they are interacting with you the most. So is it email? Is it SMS? Is it social? All of the above. Really arm those channels with specific messaging to get them to convert, and work the channels that give them the most engagement too. So maybe you can set up a journey where you send out an SMS, but if they don't respond after a certain time delay, trigger an email, and continue those journeys to see where are they converting. A/B test with different messages and different offers and see what's getting people to convert, and making sure that you're sending messages at the right time and also not too often. So you don't want a text message going out at 4 a.m., waking someone up on a work day, but making sure it's going on at a right time. And this also goes back to all of these loyalty workflows. But lots of stuff, and always happy to dive deeper into it.
Love it. I subscribe to CB2 texts, and I get my CB2 texts at 10:42 a.m. on a Saturday, which they know that's when I'm ready to shop. So yes. And I love the like 10:42. It's like super, super specific. So I love that. All right. Next question from Allie for Adina. We see our rewards program flourishing and being used a lot, but referrals just lags behind no matter what we do. What can we do to increase them during the holiday season?
That is a great question. So one of the biggest tips I can give you, Allie, and the rest of the audience is to ask your 5-star or 4-star reviewers to refer a friend or a family member. Clearly, you're getting a ton of sales already, right? You're getting a boost in traffic, you're getting a boost in conversions, which means you're going to be sending all of those customers review request emails or text messages. You should definitely utilize a post-review module by asking, you can set up rules in the back where if anyone leaves above a 3 or a 4-star rating, you ask those people to refer a friend or a family member and give them an incentive. Incentives really go a long way. I mentioned this earlier, but it doesn't only help your new shoppers, come and buy from you, but it also helps your existing customers who have sent a referral come back and buy from you again. So give that a try, see how it works, and let me know.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent answer, Adina. I think having that kind of double-sided incentive works really, really well. Having a reward for the original advocate who's sharing, and then an incentive for that referred friend who's going on to make their first purchase. We typically see too that the referred friend incentive should be a little bit sweeter than your everyday like new customer offer, because they're actually being referred by somebody. And then we typically see that referred friends have like a 3 to 4 times higher lifetime value than other customers that are just coming to your site, not through those organic channels. All right. And then this was a question from Daniel for me, I suppose. How do you find the right balance of increasing referral offers while giving points to a consumer? That way it doesn't sink too deeply into the margins. So that's a really, really good question. So I would say 2 things. Number one, I would really determine the maximum CPA, your target CPA that you can afford while maintaining those healthy margins. And that will give you a pretty good guideline to work with in terms of setting up your reward structure. And then what I've also seen works really well is implementing a tiered referral system. So offer higher rewards for customers who refer multiple friends to achieve or who achieve certain milestones. So this incentivizes customers to refer more and can lead more to more sustainable referral program, adjusting the referral offers. So those are the things I might recommend here. Let's see. I think that is all. Oh, actually, sorry. There's one more from McKenna. If you are new to these platforms, what do you suggest we start with? That is an excellent question. Anybody want to take that?
I can go ahead and jump in.
Yeah.
So I can speak on behalf of Okendo, and then I'm sure Kevin, Sam, and Karina, you can all speak on behalf of your platforms. But if you are new to Okendo and you have not in the past collected, ratings and reviews, or maybe you're migrating from another reviews platform or surveys platform and you'd like to take advantage of some of the benefits of Okendo, the biggest advantage, I would say, goes toward customization. So we really give brands a lot of range and a lot of ability to customize the look and feel of your reviews and your surveys. That is something that is limited in other platforms. And we also do have the fastest widgets on the market, so we don't have a significant impact on site speed or performance. And as you all know, any delay in your site speed does result in a reduction in conversions, especially during the holiday season when you're getting so much traffic. You want to make sure nothing is slowing down your website. So getting started with Okendo is easy. Feel free to message me on LinkedIn, and I can go ahead and organize a demo of Okendo.
Thanks, Dina.
Just wanted to add to that. I think you said, McKenna also asked about using all these platforms together. And yeah, absolutely. When evaluating tech stack, you want to just understand how well did they speak to each other. Otherwise, you're building it yourself, right? And that kind of backs into the other question. Like, I'll try to give this as non-biased as possible because I'm biased. And of course, I'll say, let's use exactly these platforms together because that's how we work together to help build them. But I think backing up, evaluate your competencies as a company. Like, are you really sound and you have a huge development team that can build lots of customizations, and you're going to need access to deep APIs, to build complex workflows? Absolutely. Like, you're going to want to look at the power of the API and how well it's supported, right? As a platform, if you're looking at turnkey solutions that you can leverage today and you don't have those internal programming capabilities, you're going to want to look at platforms that offer really good out-of-the-box experiences. One advantage, again, because I'm biased, I think all of these partners here today offer both. They give you kind of a good ramp to start. And then when you're ready to start customizing, you can build from there. But you want to consider all of that in the costs that you have to spend on these different applications. So that's as best of an answer as I can offer. But I think you want to look at like ease of use and what are your competencies as a business owner.
Absolutely. And leveraging SMS, subscriptions, referral, loyalty, reviews, surveys. These are all, from our perspective, table stakes for as marketing channels that we feel high growth brands should be implementing. And to Kevin's point, we all integrate with each other, and we all have very robust integrations that make it really, really easy for marketers to set up these workflows and manage these programs. So you don't need to go back to your dev team to make any updates. We send events and properties associated with the event, so you can really do a great job of segmenting and personalizing at scale. All right. We had such incredible engagement today. Thank you all so, so much. All right, I'm going to announce the $250 gift card winner. Drum roll, please. The winner is Daniel Lee. Congratulations, Daniel. We'll reach out to you after this event and send you your prize. That concludes our event for today. Thank you all so, so much to everyone that tuned in and to all of our panelists today. We hope you walked away with some good ideas of workflows you can go and implement tomorrow to improve customer loyalty. Until next time, thank you.